Welcome back. No one should ever have to give up breakfast pastries.
Amen to that. Nutritional health coach Melissa Smith is going to show us how to make some raspberry coconut decadent muffins. Sounds fantastic.
Doesn't it sound so good?
Yeah, welcome.
Thank you. I feel like it's a thing where if people are cutting out gluten, they kind of feel a little deprived because they, you know, you go to Starbucks and you go to all these places and there's all these gluten-filled things. So this is an amazing, healthy, delicious, gluten-free breakfast recipe.
Wow.
It's also vegan.
Randomly.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
So it's healthy. Very healthy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's really decadent, as you guys will taste. So just to get started, it uses a base as almond flour. And if you haven't used almond flour, it's really nice just because it has that really nice kind of almondy flavor. It kind of adds a little density.
Okay.
But it's also really rich in vitamins, minerals. It's lower in carbs, higher in protein. So healthy fats. So it's a really nice base to start.
Nice.
So I've got you working on the dry ingredients.
Okay.
So we got
I can handle it.
I believe in you. We've got 2 1/3 cups of almond flour here.
Okay.
And then I've got some potato starch. So I'll have you throw that in
Okay.
there. So potato starch, usually if I'm doing a baking recipe with almond flour, I'm going to add something to kind of lighten it up a little bit. And so potato starch works really well to do that. Tapioca starch works really well as well.
Okay.
So we've got
I'm
a cup
trying to
of
scoop all of that. Okay. There
and
you go.
then for a little sweetness, we've got just a 1/4 cup of our coconut sugar. So this is coconut palm sugar. And we're going to be using coconut palm sugar and maple syrup. So we've got these natural sugars. And so those are really nice because they kind of come prepackaged with all the minerals that it takes to break down those carbohydrates.
Yeah.
So it's nice to kind of use those.
Yeah, I've never used palm sugar or almond flour.
Good.
So I
love
like,
testing new
Yeah.
ingredients.
some
That's
new
awesome.
things.
Nice. And so then we're going to throw 1/2 teaspoon of salt in there. And salt's always nice just because it kind of helps bring out the sweetness a little bit. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of baking powder.
Okay. And then we mix this all up.
We mix that up. And then we're going to work on the wet ingredients and then we're going to combine those.
Okay.
So over here, I mentioned that we're using that coconut palm sugar. We're also, our natural sweetener is maple syrup.
All right.
So do you want to, I'll throw this in there. It seems a little
Now Chris has to get
Tricky.
to work.
There's that guy. And then, so these are coconuts. So we've got coconut in a few different ingredients. So this is our coconut milk. So I'll have you scoop
Thank
that guy
you.
out with that spatula
Can I use
there.
the spoon instead if you don't mind?
Yeah, absolutely. So the coconut milk, you're using full fat. So it kind of separates. And so you've got this coconut cream on the top and then kind of this coconut water on the bottom. And so once we whisk everything together, it'll combine pretty nicely.
Oh.
Yeah, and then we've got our coconut oil. And so we're using
Wow.
this instead of butter. And so coconut oil and butter behave pretty similarly because they're both solid at room temperature. So if you do have someone who has a dairy sensitivity or you really want to get those medium chain triglycerides in, which are those medium chain fatty acids that coconut oil has, switching out coconut oil for butter and baking works really, really nicely.
Nice.
And it looks like all these ingredients, they can get at natural grocers and they can get it at pretty much every grocery store too,
Yeah,
right?
yep, absolutely. They're pretty, I feel like there's been a really good resurgence of recognizing all these awesome ingredients, so they're pretty available.
Okay.
Yeah. And then instead of egg, we're actually using applesauce.
Oh, I
Really?
love applesauce.
Yeah. And so this is just 4 ounces of applesauce. It's nice because it comes kind of 4 ounces in a little container.
You don't have
So
to
we're just
measure it.
popping that guy in there. You want to
Thank you.
Beautiful.
All right.
Good. And
Now whisk this a little bit
That
of vanilla.
smells really
Yeah.
good too, the coconut and everything.
I love the smell of coconut. And so we're going to do a teaspoon of vanilla and we're going to whisk this all up.
All right.
Here we go. Nice. Good. Yeah, isn't that smelling nice? You
Yes,
can,
it
smell
smells
the
very
coconuttiness
good.
And then the vanilla added in.
It's a great combination. So then we're going to combine the 2 of these guys once he's done
Yes, once he's done with
whisking
that.
everything. Okay.
But we have an extra special, we have like the decadence of the muffin.
Oh, yes.
So this is why it's
that?
a little extra decadent.
Okay.
So you know the really nice kind of crumbly, yummy topping that's on some baked goods?
Yes.
So we're making that.
Ooh.
So it's gonna be good.
Okay, so that's this guy.
Yeah,
And
that's
is this
this
just
guy.
coconut?
Yep, so I
Okay.
just got a 1/2 cup of coconut here. And then I'm also going to take a 1/4 cup of coconut oil and add that
I
to
can
it.
bring that here if that makes it easier.
Yeah. So a quarter cup of coconut oil.
Okay.
Added in there. And then I've got all the other ingredients set up there.
All
so we
these
can add that
guys.
in.
Okay.
So we've got a quarter cup of the coconut sugar.
Okay.
So pop that puppy in there.
And mix it around. Can I
Mix it
use the
around.
same?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. And then we've got some just slivered almonds in here, and then just a tablespoon of the almond flour. So you're using a lot of the same ingredients, but just kind of
Okay.
to add some fun texture on top.
Yeah.
That looks good just by itself.
I know.
I know. I tried it. It was good. And this didn't have eggs in it, so I'm like snacking on the batter
Yeah.
while I'm eating it. I'm like, okay, I need some for tomorrow. Nice. So easy, super easy,
Yeah,
kind of
very
crumbly,
easy.
yummy, sweet, crunchy topping. Yummy.
So good.
So we've got
So-
our
Smell coconut.
wet ingredients here.
Put this
Yep.
in that.
We want to add that in there. So
Here you go.
Here. So let's get that guy added in.
Excuse me.
Beautiful.
Smells so good.
I know.
Smells so good, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
And so we're going to combine this here. And then you see those raspberries?
Yes.
We're going to throw those guys in there.
Full bag.
Yeah. And I really like raspberries just because they add that really nice, bright, beautiful red
Yeah.
color. But if you had blueberries on hand, you could do that. We're using frozen,
Okay.
but you could absolutely use fresh, whatever you like and whatever you have on hand.
Okay.
So,
This is a nice kind of springtime, summer
Yeah.
treat too to kind
absolutely.
of bring.
Absolutely. And I figure with Mother's Day
It's
coming
cold
up,
weather.
this would be so nice. You know,
Yeah.
we love Mom and we want her to feel good about her breakfast choices too.
Yeah. And it's something anyone can do, so we can make it for her if
Absolutely.
you're like me and not the best cook.
Absolutely.
It's nice and easy.
Yeah. So we've got this guy. Do you want to start
Okay.
scooping
Yes,
it in
I
here?
would love to.
Okay. So
Okay.
we're making a gluten-free recipe. I've got this too if you want this.
Oh, I like
We've
this
got
guy.
an awesome gluten-free fair coming up this Saturday at Natural
Oh.
Grocers. So I wanted to kind of make this recipe in honor of that.
Yeah.
So we're doing a tasting fair and
Okay.
a health expo to show some different gluten-free products. Some the gluten intolerant group of Fargo Moorhead is going to be there.
Okay.
So if I know a lot of people who maybe have recently done some sensitivity testing and discovered that they have a gluten sensitivity, and starting can be a little
Yeah.
challenging
Some
because they
people
don't
have a lot
really
of
know where to begin.
questions.
So we want to be a resource for them.
Okay. And that's this coming Saturday
Yep.
for anyone to stop by.
Yep.
And,
This coming Saturday, it's going to be at 11 o'clock,
Okay.
running till about 2 or 3. Lots of things to try. At noon,
Nice.
I'll
so
be.
it's not looking the best. Sorry,
You're
guys.
good.
You're doing great. Here, do you
doing
want to try
awesome.
one, Mel?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
There's that.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Anything else coming up that you want to share with us?
Earth Day at Natural Grocers is always great. We're going to do a kids story time at noon or at
Nice.
12:30. We've got a ladybug love class where we talk about what we can do to preserve the environment. What do you guys think?
So good.
It's really good.
Nice
Yeah,
and moist.
It's a good.
It tastes like summer. The raspberry.
Nice.
Everything tastes really good. So lots of exciting things.
Rub it
Lots
in,
of
Mel.
things coming
Tastes
up.
like summer.
And
Thanks.
sorry, I'm just
taste early.
making it worse. No, once again, an easy recipe. People, and if people have any questions about this recipe, where can they find it at? Or
We have this recipe actually on our website. We've got
Okay.
a ton of recipes on there that are some great resources. But always come to the store. I'm a great resource. I do free health coaching. I teach classes. So just check me out. Call me up if you have any questions.
It's really sweet, too. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.
yeah.
All right,
you.
stay with us. Much more coming up right here on North Dakota Today.